What up, everyone? We're back live again with another show, and I appreciate you guys being here. Of course, I am your host, the Solo Traveler ORD, and I got another show for you guys this tonight. Usually I try to do these live a lot sooner. However, I have a guest here actually coming from the Philippines. But before I actually introduce her, I got to do some simple house cleaning. For those of you that here watching live, make sure that you guys like this video as we're going through this. I want to make sure everybody get a chance to enjoy this video and get to hear what Sherry has to say, as well as for those of you that are new, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell. We definitely appreciate the support of you guys coming through and being here with us. So without any further ado, I want to introduce my guest, which is Sherry. She been doing YouTube for some time. I've actually had a chance to watch a couple of her lives. A couple of her videos, and they're really good. So as I would tell other people, make sure you guys go check her out. Go subscribe to her because she's been making her rounds on YouTube, doing several interviews with other people. She has a lot of great content, especially want to know things about the Philippines, about dating, or anything of that nature. Like, she has a lot of detailed information that could actually save your life. She has some good stories too that I've actually watched for her channel. But without any further ado, I want to bring up my guest, Sherry.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being your channel. I really appreciate this channel. And my real name is currently I am 31 years old, and I have 15 years old, and my YouTube channel is Sarah and my channel is about culture, tradition, about the way of living in the Philippines, and then speaking also about Filipino attitude, and then giving also advice or behavior to foreign guy to be in a good Filipina, not to be in a bad Filipina.
Okay, perfect. They say they're getting a lot of bad feedback. Let me make sure it's not on my end. Would I mute? Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself. Let me know if you guys hear any feedback. If you could speak a little bit more, Sharon, let me know. So I would want to make sure there is any feedback.
Okay, I think it's okay.
Okay, it looks like look on your end. By chance, are you able to use your headphones?
Okay, wait.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for showing up. For all you guys that are here, Black Man Travels. Thanks for coming through. Kazoo 45. I know who you are. Thanks for coming through. Okay. How's that? Talk a little bit more. Let's make sure it sounds good.
Yeah, hello. It's okay? It's okay?
A lot better. I think that should be good. There we go. Black Man Travel said it's all good. So once again, I want to thank you for doing this interview. Definitely appreciate you showing up. So tell me a little bit more about your channel. What made you want to create a YouTube channel?
Okay, I created a YouTube channel of my friend. My friend taught me to create a YouTube channel, and then he said that you can speak in the Philippines, and then you can give also some information that especially and then to say the real happening in the Philippines, because there are mostly, I saw that there are some foreigners. They are being in a relationship with a Filipina, but after that, the Filipina just only took their money, and then after they leave, the foreigner, I have encounter also that kind of situation.
Wow.
That's why I create my YouTube channel for to help.
They help a lot of foreigners as far as
Yes.
dating Filipinos and so forth.
Yes, because mostly, actually, you know that I've been interview homeless foreigner guy here in Lapu-Lapu. He is working now in one of the funerals here in Lapu-Lapu, and I will meet him later on, or maybe this week or next week. And then he's been married with a he has been married with a Filipina woman, and then after his woman passed away, he's been in a relationship with another Filipina, but the second Filipina that he's been living together took all his money, the house. So yeah, he was homeless, and fortunately, there was a owner of the funeral's home took him because he was sleeping in the public cemetery here in Lapu-Lapu.
Wow, that's hard. So, where's the foreigner from? From United States or United
Netherlands.
Kingdom? Oh, Netherlands. Wow, that's hard to even see that because especially when you leave your country and then you go to this foreign land and of course you don't have family there and then to have someone rob you of all your stuff. I mean, it's hard to even get back on your feet. So I applaud you for at least trying to help out foreigners to avoid that situation. So you do offer consultation with other Filipinos or like dating websites, anything like that?
No, no, I'm not. Especially when I interview a Filipino woman, I make a disclaimer because I don't want to have any problems, especially our governments about human trafficking. So I will make a disclaimer that I am not a matchmaker, just only listen the perspective, thoughts, and opinion to other Filipino women because I know that there are some Filipino women making not good to foreigners, but not all the Filipino women are like that. There are so much Filipino women find their true love and to have a good companion, and their intention are good.
Awesome. Yeah, and I do want to put that out there. Let me drop a bomb for that, for what you're doing. That, just a disclaimer, although you may run into some people that are bad, of course, that doesn't
Yes.
represent everybody in that country. But you're always going to find the good and the bad, no matter what. The key is trying to find the good. And I know that, of course, outside the United States, you're going to find more good than the bad.
Mhm.
You just got to look in the right places. So, So with the topic, I want to move on to the main topic, which is what are the traits passport boys should look for in a Filipina?
Excuse me, sir?
I'm sorry. The topic, what are the traits a passport bro should look for in a Filipina?
Okay.
So I know that we have a bullet point of a bit, I guess, points of what we should go over or foreigners should go over. So I guess I'll take it to you. What would be the first bullet point a traveler, whatever you could think of, whatever he may call himself, should look at for a Filipina?
Okay, first of all, we are family oriented and will always put our family first. So we think our family first, and then it's our culture since on the beginning. It's our culture and traditional. And I grew up in a traditional family, so we are like that. We think our family first, especially when we have a child. When we have a child, we put also our priority is our child and family, and then Filipina are open-minded, and especially throughout the relationship, and the man is the king and it's not dispute or challenge. It's our pleasure to serve our companion or our man.
Wow, that sounds like heaven, but not the say serving like in a bad way. I'm just saying to have a woman to have your back and to take care of
Mhm.
you. 'Cause that's something that we lack in the West. Most of
Yes.
the time, a lot of the women they're thinking about themselves. as far as work and so forth, and not thinking about family. So that's what a lot of people, a lot of travelers, are looking for: women that are family oriented to build with.
Yes, and not only Filipino woman doing that, not only especially to the foreigner companion, even local when they have companion, they serve it. Because me, I saw what my auntie doing to her husband, and also I grew up also that my mom served my father.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that, like, a lot of Western men, they go crazy for that because the culture here, is basically tell women that you shouldn't be serving at all. you know, so for those of you that are actually are looking for a woman, a traditional woman, already this is sounding really good.
Yes, and for us, a Filipina, we are happy to serve our companion, and it's we have that kind of mindset that it's our responsibility to work as a wife. We will do our responsibility as a wife rule. So a household working, it's our responsibility, and also to take good care of the family and to our companion, because we call that here that the man is like a post of the family, and then the woman is the light of the family. We call that here. I don't know how to say it correctly in English, but that's one, because I know how to say it in Tagalog, but I don't know how to say exactly in English.
Oh no, I got it. I'm sure everybody got that. The fact that I look at it as they are the glue that hold the family together. Although the man is the head, but the wife, she makes sure everything is functioning properly, especially in the household. So
Yes.
which is perfect. I, I
Even
don't
he
know how
feels
that is.
very tired when the Filipino woman has a job, and then a Filipino woman has a job, and then they go back home at 5 or 6 in the evening. So they will spend time, even they are even they are tired, but they spend time to cook
Mm,
their dinner for the family and kids.
nice. Yeah, see, me, I have a foreign wife as well, and she does the same thing. At times, she wants to go out and work and so forth. Because I don't like it, but I let her go ahead anyways. But but she makes sure everything is good in the house before she leaves. So I guess moving on to the next bullet point. 'Cause I guess the next one is that you guys take care of yourselves. If you don't mind
Yes,
elaborating on that.
yes, we we are Filipina always eat with consciousness and awareness, body hygiene, and looks constantly to improve, to stay attractive and desired by our companion. We take good care of ourselves, especially hygiene, and mostly, sir, Filipino women go to shower 2 times a day. Brush their teeth 3 times a day. So yeah, we make like that, and
I think we like that.
we always dress up ourselves to look good and fashionable, because when we will see some fashion clothes, so there are some Filipina really would like to buy that and wear it.
Hmm. But is that really normal for like a lot of the fashion clothes? Because I heard it's pretty cheap down there, if I'm not mistaken, for the nice clothes that you guys like to wear. I'm
Yes, it's
saying.
it's not exactly here, but there are some people, Filipino people, they want to buy expensive clothes, but there are some Filipino people also that it doesn't matter if their clothes is cheap, as long as they look presentable, they look very attractive, and it fits them well. So it doesn't matter on us, because even me, I don't buy any expensive clothes. Mostly my dress is only around 500 pesos. The more expensive is 700 pesos, and then I'm gonna ask discount for that. So instead 700 pesos, I'm gonna ask how much the last price, and then they tell to me that 650, so I make it 630, and then it's deal.
How much is roughly about 500 pesos per se
Yes,
in
like
dollars?
a dress,
You know offhand?
woman dress. There are 500 pesos. You can buy it in like inside the mall, but there is a little store over there. You can find a very nice dress, a very nice shirt, clothes, where is cheap. Especially in Manila, there are so much cheap clothes in Manila.
Nice. So I've actually looked it up. So about 500 pesos is relatively about $10. So
Yeah.
I guess for you guys that love, dress up your women and so forth, buying clothes, that's not a lot. You could buy tons of dresses for that price.
Yes. Me, I buy buy clothes not inside, not exactly in inside the SM mall, because SM mall is a few expensive, so I find a place where I can buy cheap clothes, and I can buy mostly my especially my blouse I can buy like 250, 300 pesos, but it's nice, it's very elegant, and you look so very attractive.
Nice. And I want to put this out there for those of you. The Philippines is a place I haven't had a chance to travel yet to. So that's why I'm asking a lot of these questions, because I'm very curious about I guess how much it is, the conversion, the money, and so forth. This is a place that I really wanted to go to. But of course, after COVID and of course several things happened, so I kind of put it on the back burner. However, I will be going to the Philippines real soon. That's why I couldn't wait for this interview. So we actually someone actually has a question here. Someone asks, how important is it to learn Tagalog?
For us, we can learn Tagalog, especially even if we are in school, because school everywhere in the Philippines, the school will teach Filipino language or Filipino subject, but mostly and different continent on the Philippines, we have different language or we have different dialect, but we can be able to speak Tagalog because Tagalog is our language also. I mean, I think if it's a third language, I don't know exactly, but mostly the people who are living in Manila, they speak Tagalog or in Luzon, but
Okay.
here in Cebuano we speak Bisaya or Cebuano, but we can speak Tagalog.
Oh, okay.
We
So
can
it depends on
communicate
which
Tagalog,
region.
but our accent is different than the real people who are speaking Tagalog.
Oh, okay. So, but what about for a foreigner? What if a foreigner is looking to come visit, have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever? How important for that person to learn the language?
Now, they must learn even just a little bit so that they can understand, because there are some foreigner that they feel that that people, especially if they are speaking Tagalog, and then the foreigner listen it and then they don't understand, and then they think that that people speaking about them were which is not good or bad about them, but the real is not. So better that they know to speak how to speak Tagalog, even just a little bit, like let's eat, good evening, how much the price. It's just only the basic, and then
Yeah.
to learn Tagalog, I think it's very quickly to learn.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Mm.
How is it? Because I know that at one point you guys, I guess the Spain ruled over the Philippines. Is it close to Spanish or?
Yes, Philippines Philippines is invades with Spaniards, especially here in Cebu. Um, we have in Cebuano we have say we have some words which is the same on Spanish, like our numbers.
Mhm.
Our numbers, we call that uno, dos, tres. So it's like Spanish counting.
Yeah, I've noticed that because sometimes I'll call a few words as I'm listening to a couple of Filipinos
Yeah.
talking in the language. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds. I can hear the Spanish. So I thought that was interesting. So okay, let's move on to the next bullet point, which is number three. So basically, I guess that you guys like to do fun things. So if you mind elaborating on that.
Yes, Filipino people, we like fun things and simple things such as walking on the beach, like gathering together, swimming on the beach, and then walking on the park, or driving or going to somewhere, visiting different places, even it's located the city, and then especially festivals. Mostly Filipino people have a family gathering, relatives, friends, even boyfriend and girlfriends, and then mostly it will happen that during Sunday, because Sunday it's a free day to the worker people, so they make a banding. They go to the park, and then some go to the church, and then after attending Sunday mass, they go to the park, or they go to the mall, eating together, eating lunch or dinner, and then make a window shopping, as long as they are together with, especially if they have kids, so they want to spend time with their kids and family. We give time to our family to have gathering, and then some of Filipino people also, they come to your house for to like eating lunch, and then after making karaoke, so we spend a little time for to make banding, family banding.
Hmm. Okay, nice. I like that. So you guys spend a lot of time just basically shooting the breeze, get to know each other even more. And of course spend a lot of time outside the house and meeting with friends. So I like that. It kind of reminds me of Latin America. 'Cause that's basically what they do a lot, especially on Sundays. It's like you said, everything's closed. People go to church, then you just enjoy yourself, go shopping or whatever. Um, as
Yes,
far as
and we are
amusement,
also we are also proactive and prepare our companion like coffee if they want their coffee, they want their tea, or and other what they want, and then especially to prefer their favorite snacks. So we are like that.
I like that. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, for those of you that are looking for a girlfriend, Filipina, I mean, a lot of stuff that she says, it sounds really good. So as we proceed, the next one, I think we actually touched on that already. You said that basically treating your man like a king. I don't know if you want to still touch on that or so, or you want to move on.
No, yes, we it's our tradition to treat our companion like that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because he said that for those of you that's coming in, he said that they would treat their partner like a king, and basically take care of them, serve them. So, that's a great personality to deal with a woman in general to have that. So, but the next bullet point will be number five, which is you guys are very independent.
Yes, we are very independent because we um we want to get what we want without any argument. Okay, and any confrontation with our companion, especially if we have our own job, and if we have our own earning, and then we need to buy some things, and then especially our companion doesn't agree, so we will tell, okay, you don't agree, I must save money for that. So we don't make an argument that why you don't agree that I don't buy for me to buy that things that I really like. It's my favorite. It's been a long time that I wish to have that. If our companion will not agree, so we will save money for that.
Okay.
And yes, and then we have feminine charm and effective ways to getting what we want, and then we don't rent or range, so we spend money on that. And then if ever our companion also will not agree, and then we respect our companion, so we decided to ourselves, okay, I forget that because I don't want any argument. So we respect also what the decision of our companion, because we even for vacation, we doesn't pick up the vacation on the spot, that knowing the decision of the both partner. So we don't decide, we don't decide it on our own. We are coordinate to our partner to ensure that his input and approval of vacation date, times, and locations, so we both also agree together.
Awesome. So basically, you're saying that is it typical that a Filipina will have a job just to have money for herself?
Not exactly for herself, but we would like, especially if our companion receive not so very high salary. So it's our kind of helping to each other, because especially if his salary is not enough, so we need to work so that we can provide all what is the necessary needs, especially if you have children. So it's a kind of balance for
Okay.
us. Balance. So we tell to our companion that I know that your salary is not high, and then we need to pay so much bills, and then your salary is not enough. Do you agree if I'm gonna work so that we have extra income, so I can provide also all the necessary that we need at home? So it's a kind. But if ever our companion will say no, you don't need to work, just stay at home, taking care of the children, and then I will do my best that we can survive in the situation. So we respect, and then we don't go to work.
Okay. Okay. Good. But let's say, for example, he makes a good amount of money and he doesn't want her to work. No
Yes.
problem.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem for that. Because we respect, we don't decide on our own. We must speak first. We have a conversation first to our companion if he agrees. So if both partner agree, that's the decision that we will do. But if our partner doesn't agree, if he said that stay home, I don't want you to work, just take good care of the children and the house. So we don't we respect our companion, and we follow our companion.
Okay. And even what if his income isn't up to par? Because you may have some men that would be like, well, I still don't want you to work, but will she also respect that, or will she still go to work, seeing the situation?
No, he must, we respect each other. So either it's depend of the situation, either if he agree or disagree. So we don't make an argument. If what is the decision of our companion, we follow it.
Yeah, and I would suggest for those of you that if you don't make enough money, don't do it. Don't have both
Yes.
you guys struggling.
So if ever just only our companion tell that we must stay at home, but I think we reduce the we reduce to buy not so very important things, so we don't buy that. So we make a budget, or we fit our money to be fit on a long time, because there are some Filipina women are kuripot. They keep their money. They don't buy any expensive things. They must save it because
Ooh,
they prefer it for the future. Kuripot
oh, that's
is they
perfect.
don't spend quite a lot of money. They don't go to travel. They don't go to mall. They don't go to eat in expensive restaurant. They keep their money. We call that here kuripot in Tagalog. Yeah, in Cebuano it's tihik, but in Tagalog it's kuripot.
Okay, that's interesting. Cause that's a little different for me because I know a lot of women I know they will take that money, go buy some clothes, or even use it for a trip, for traveling for everybody, for the whole family and so forth. But basically, they're just taking that money. That's just layaway, just in case if something bad would have happened. Correct?
Yes, if ever what will gonna be happen in the future, but there are some Filipino, we don't go to travel without planning. So if we will go to travel without planning, it's not good. So Filipino people, when they would like to go to travel, they save money for that. And then if the time will come that they have more savings for to travel, they use that savings and go to travel. We don't go to travel immediately or directly without knowing if our financial security is not uh, in a good level. So we save money for that before travel.
I like that. Always thinking about the future. I like women that actually think about that and plan it out because especially now with this generation, a lot of women they will just do it. They don't care. So
Yes,
I like the fact that they plan it out, especially with the family, work together with the man. So
yes. And then as Filipino people, we don't get our big mouth. And to know that all our friends involved in a private disputes, arguments, and disagreements. So we don't like that. We don't say anything to our friends that our personal problem, that no, we have argument, we have disagreement. But there are for now, the new generation now, it's because the influence of the social media.
hmm
They have some couple or Filipino people who post their problem, especially
uh,
personal problem, on social media. But me, I am not like that. Even there are some people speaking about negative on me, and then I heard it, but I ignore all of that. But I didn't give attention to make revenge and then post also in Facebook or something. No, because I don't like that.
yeah, I like that. So basically, most I would say most of the older Filipinas they don't like gossip. They don't like to
Yes.
gossip about their business and everything else
Mm.
about their problem. That's a good thing because that's what keeps a healthy relationship. Because the moment people start talking to their friends about the problems and so forth, especially the wrong one, especially those that are even married, that's a problem.
Mhm. Yeah, because sir, there are attitude of the Filipino that if you tell, there are some Filipino people that you cannot trust on them. They cannot keep it secret. Because once you tell to one people or one of your friends, they will tell it to connect to the people. Chismis, chismis, blah 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 blah, and then it will connected to other people. So that's why it will scattered in whole barangay or in whole your friends um group.
Okay, so we got a question. They want to ask about what is it Tampo?
Okay, tampo is upset. Tampo is upset, but upset or tampo, it's defend what kind of situation. There are some Filipino women that they're upset or tampo doesn't last very long. But there are some Filipina that their tampo last a long time. And then if that kind of person that their tampo will last a very long time, it's dangerous because it will give more problem to the relationship, especially to your partner or companion. Yeah, it's a big impact, or it can create a very big problem. So
Mm,
the more tampu to the Filipino woman, mostly it can make tampu if their companion saying that, talking or chatting and their phone, and then especially also when they were together and then they go to the mall, and then she catch that her companions see the woman walking or very sexy. That's the tampu start to begin. And then for the sign that your Filipino companion has in tampu is she keep silent, she say nothing.
Oh, okay. More so, Tampa is like jealous.
Yeah, jealous, jealous or upset. But there are some Filipino women that their tampu stay last only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but it's depend on the situation. But for jealous tampu, it's depend how that how Filipino woman control her tampu. Because me, if I am tampu, it's depend on the situation also. Because if I already know also that I made mistake, it's me who come close to my companion and say, okay, I know that I made a mistake also. So let's make a conversation. Let's talk about this and then resolve. And then we will not do this again. I will not do that again. So it's tampu of Filipino woman. It's depend on what kind of situation.
Okay. One guy, Jeff, he said that all Filipinos are jealous. Filipinos are most jealous girls on earth. Have you dealt with Latinas? I mean, I'm just saying. Me, I have a Latina, and yo, that's just dumb. So I mean, and that's most women in general. I mean, it's just women nature for them to be very jealous, and it depends on
Yeah.
what toxicity they are. So you just gotta gauge what type of woman you're dealing with. So I wouldn't put
Yeah.
it on every single one.
Yeah, I think it's natural. It's natural to human being to feel jealous because it's our nature. And then there are also some guy who feels who have jealous or tampu. And then there are some Filipino people saying that if your companion or your girlfriend doesn't make jealous, you must be prepared on that, because it seems like she wanted to be in another man, so she doesn't feel love on you. Because here, as a Filipino people, they have saying that if the guy or if the person jealous on you, so it means she or he loves you, and then she or he doesn't want to lose you. That's we have that kind of mindset.
Okay, yeah, I guess Pedro the Great, he would say that Tampa means they don't talk to you. It lasts for weeks. I mean, hey, you know
Yes.
what? That sounds almost like paradise if you guys are arguing. So, like, don't talk to me. We just do our own thing. As long as you keep cooking and cleaning, I'm fine. I'll be alone. I'm gonna do my stuff. I'll keep working.
Yes, sir, there are some Filipina make jealous also because I didn't say it in general exactly, because there are some foreigner also that even they have already girlfriend, but they want to still flirting to another woman. That's also the reason why Filipino woman make jealous. And then if the person make jealous, or if your Filipina or companion make jealous, it means that there is a different meaning on that. Maybe it's for insecurity, or
Hmm.
maybe she loves you so much so that she doesn't want to lose you. So
Okay, okay, makes sense. Yeah, so for those of you, like I said, coming in, yeah, I'm asking these questions because this is new to me. You guys are asking these questions. Just make sure these are not derogatory questions, anything like that. I want to make sure I respect my guests. So just make sure you guys be respectful in the chat.
yes.
So I know that we already went into independent and we talked about good finances being on the budget. Um, but with the budget, is it common for the foreigner to pay for? I've heard this before as well. Is it common for the foreigner to pay for not only his girlfriend, his wife, but also the family to do activity?
It's depend. If the foreigner, if the foreigner will offer it, it's okay for us. But mostly Filipino women, especially if they have in less wealth family, so it's the foreigner or the husband doing that. But the Filipino woman, they or the family, they trying to contribute or to help also, because there are some, yeah, there are some family of the Filipino woman, they help not all the foreigners, not all the expenses will shoulder on the foreigner, or yeah. So
Okay.
we help, we
Okay.
we we can help.
So, yeah, of course, it depends on the whole situation, like you said.
Yes.
Depends on the family and so forth. That's what really matters.
Yes,
So,
and you know that there are some Filipino parents that if their even their daughter married a foreigner and then they have a huge of land, they will give the part of the land to their daughter.
oh, okay, yeah, because I heard.
Yes.
Is it true that foreigners cannot purchase land or a house in the Philippines? Is that
No,
correct?
they can't. No, they can't. But yeah, the foreigner cannot own a land or cannot purchase a land here. It's a condo. It's a condo. They can purchase unit of condominium here under their name, but land is not. But if ever the foreigner have a friend, Filipino friend or trusted friend, they can purchase a land here under the name of the Filipino name, but they must go to the notary lawyer and make an agreement there that the name is under the Filipino name, but the real owner or the real who purchased the land is the foreigner. I asked that to my friend who is a lawyer secretary about that, and then she said that yeah, it's a kind. She has something words to call that, but I forgot. And then she said, yeah, you can purchase, the foreigner can purchase under the Filipino name, but you must say declaration or something. I forget. I will ask her again for that.
Okay, but it's still good information because I was under the
Yeah.
assumption, or from what people were saying, is that foreigners cannot do it at all. So at least there is some wiggle rooms or so for those of you that are looking to live down there or may want to purchase land. There might be some little wiggle room to make it happen or so.
Yes,
So
and Filipino woman also, there are some Filipino women that even if they are married to the foreigner, but they want to find job for to support their family with their own money, not the money of the foreigner.
that's good. You know, because I know there's certain Latin cultures, as we touched on them, at times depending on the country or so, the foreigner would have
Yes.
to not only take care the wife or the girlfriend, they also would toss in their family, going outing, like going doing outings, and they have to pay for everything. So it's like that's
Yes.
interesting. And of course, it all
You know
depends on.
me, if okay, if ever I will have my future companion, he will have no problem because I have my own house.
Oh, nice. Hold on. You got your own.
Ow.
You don't have to worry about nothing. Someone actually earlier, someone asked if you were available. I wasn't sure if you want to answer that question or whatever. It's up to you.
No, for now, I slowly to because especially the people who abandoned us for 15 years. Um, for 15 years. So me, I want to be in a perfect or the right man for me, and then accept me and my daughter, and then I slowly get out the fears in me, and then I want to date that I am 100% would like to be in 100% that commit on the relationship or dating to someone. So yeah, but because I don't want to grow old alone, because I know that my daughter is teenager now, 15 years old, and then sooner she want to have her own family, and then so if ever she will have her own family and then move to their own house, I am alone, and then I want to grow old alone.
I know nobody wants to grow old alone. That's for men and women, so it doesn't matter. So, so one person says here, basically said, "Don't cheat." To the men.
Yes, don't cheat, because mostly I know that there are some Filipino women cheat, but mostly Filipino women are truly love to the foreigner, and then they want to spend their life forever and then serve their companion as much as they can until the end. So what they call that here, tell that do us part. If we
Mm,
Filipina woman love our companion, it will be tell that do us part.
nice. Yeah, my wife said the same thing. She's from Colombia, and she's like, "This is her one and only marriage. This is it." She said, "No divorce. I'm stuck."
Yes.
I believe her because I try to leave her. Not joking, but another person said here, I got one more question from this one person before we move on. Um,
Mm.
I don't know if this is typical or so. I mean, is it okay for men to have more than one girlfriends or something, or no?
No, no, because we don't like that. We like that we are the only one girl into our companion.
Makes sense. Yeah, since you
Mm.
guys are very jealous.
Yes.
So, so the next bullet point to move on, number 7, is that you guys can cook.
Yes, we cook, and then if the we don't mind that we will cook for our companion because we grow up learning that course and cooking. We love cooking and saying our men during eating after our cooking, and it's all appreciation for us. For us, we are happy to cook and to serve to our companion. That's our tradition and that's our culture. Because I even there are some Filipina who grow up in a wealth family, but when they have their own family, they are trying to learn more how to be a housewife, like washing clothes, hands, and then cook, cleaning the house. Yes, me when I starting to learn how to cook when I was 10 years old, because actually I grew up in the island, but not so very poor who are living in the island. We have somebody who made our laundry. We have somebody to cook our food. And
Oh,
then, but when I was 10 years old, I told to myself that I need to learn more things because it's not all the time that I have this kind of life. I have this in this situation, so I must learn. So I was 10 years old. I know how to cook rice and to cook fish. But when I will grow up, yeah, I will grow up. I like to see my when my mother cook, especially when there is fiesta or birthday. I like to looking my mom cooking for me to learn more, and also to my auntie. So that's why we Filipino parents train their children to know how to cook or to work household when they were young. Especially my daughter, I teach my daughter how to clean the house, how to cook rice, how to cook egg. Especially in the modern here, the basic that you can teach to your children is to cook, especially how to fry fish, how to cook fish in a Filipino way to cook, and then fried egg. That's the basic that we can learn until my daughter wants to look at me while I am cooking, so that she can learn. That's what we teach our children here in the Philippines, especially in the province area. Yes, mostly the children there know how to plant rice, how to cut wood, how to plant vegetables. Yes, and their young age, because it's our culture to learn our children to work home, how to work the necessary household work.
nice. What is the typical age a young your young daughter will actually learn how to start cooking?
10, mostly here, 10 years old. 10 years old or 11 years old.
Okay.
But
And
except the children or the child who are in a wealthy family, so they have housemaids, so they know. But for us, a normal Filipino, and then we just only have simple life and not rich. We are in the middle class, so we teach our children to do housework.
Nice. I gotta give it up to Theo Wef. Drop a bomb. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate that. He said Filipinos are utterly amazing. Men, 100% consider them. So many of them are eternally wifey. Nice. Appreciate that. So, what is a typical or yeah, what's a typical meal from a Filipina or your typical dish?
Okay, typical dish here, mostly our specialty here in the Philippines is pork adobo, chicken adobo, pancit, lumpia, pork afritada, chicken afritada, and then we cook also like shrimp buttered, because as we like to learn how to cook. So that's why there are some Filipino people going to culinary arts, or getting when they go to school, they go like hotel restaurant management, because they want to learn how to cook, and then they want to work in the hotel or in the restaurant. So yeah, but mostly our typical dish is pork humba and pork adobo. We call in Tagalog it's pork adobo, but here in Cebu we call that here pork humba, and then sit lumpia. Yeah, that's the typical.
Okay. Nice. One person said he needs a rice substitution sometimes with the meal from the rice up. For me, I'm see my family is from the island, and, being part Latino and so forth. So for me, I gotta have rice with everything. For me, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, here also in the Philippines, rice is the life, because they cannot eat without rice. But it depends of the people, because there are some Filipino women are body conscious, and then they don't want to be they don't want to become their body to be stay in the same form, so they control how to eat rice. Especially me, I control, even I am not I am tiny, but I control my way to eat rice. And I do it also to my daughter. My daughter doesn't eat more rice, especially if she is half European, but I control her the way she eat rice. I start that when she was little girl. She was 7 years old or 8 years old, because when my daughter was grade 3, grade 3 primary school, she has a fat little girl classmate, and then mostly the classmate make a bullying on her, that call baboy. Baboy is a pig here, so that students call her baboy, baboy. And then there was a time that I went in my daughter's school, in her classroom, but I saw that girl didn't eat her lunch. So I asked her why you didn't eat your lunch, because it's not good to be hungry. But what she answered to me is, no, because I don't want to become more fat again, because mostly my classmates called me pig or baboy. So that's why I told to her, no, don't be affected, because to feel hungry it's not good, and then don't mind what your other classmates said for that, because if your child is fat, they were suffering, especially they if ever they would like to reduce their weight, so it's hard to them.
Okay, what makes sense.
Yes.
Because especially most of these countries, they want to make sure women want to make sure they're thin and so forth. I know with my wife, it's the same thing. She's always trying to stay thin, and I can understand, for her, she don't want to be with the word bullied for that. So
Yes, and yeah, and I teach my daughter how to respect other people, especially adults. Yes, I never heard my daughter bullying to other people, saying something not good to other people, because I often remind her that not good, especially when we were riding tricycle, and then if ever she will see and old woman who are riding in the same tricycle on us. She sit on the proper sitting on the tricycle or in the jeepney, but she will give her place to an old woman. There was a woman, I think she was a retired teacher, and then she ride on the same tricycle on us, but my daughter gave her place to the old woman, and then the old woman told to me, you know, you raise your child very well because she is very respectful. You are lucky.
Oh,
And
that's
then I think that to you because you raised your daughter in a good way.
oh, that's awesome. I know they feel proud about that because I feel the same way with my kids. Whenever I get their compliments, whenever they're in school and doing good in school, so I know how you feel.
Yes.
So, so we got a question here. He says, actually, why so many Filipinos misunderstand the term submissive, which refers to a woman supporting a man, not a 50-50 relationship, or a man depending on a woman? Hmm. Well, I mean, I guess it's probably because of the culture more than anything.
Yes.
Um, if it's not in their culture, but I guess if you do want to if you want to take a swing at it,
Yes, because even if in my part, if I have job or if I have money or savings, I don't depend on my partner. I would share what I have, and then if ever he will ask money from me, so I will give because as for us Filipino companion, I mean for Filipino people, if we are companion, we share together what we have.
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that's how a relationship should work. Because
Yes.
this is a lot of other countries is not that way. So I guess moving on. Um, I know that we touched on about the cooking. We really talked about you guys take care of finances, very independent. Treat your man like a king. You guys are fun to be with. You guys take care of yourself. You're very hygienic and family oriented. Now the next one would be that many Filipinos are professionals.
Yes, because our parents do our best to send us to school because here in the Philippines, education is very important of us. It's very important, and then even for those people who are not go to school but still work, when they will come back home, they will do their best to have time to serve their family or their companion without complaining or winning. And then here in the Philippines, even poor people, they do their best to send their children to school because they don't want mostly. I remember what my parents told to me that Sharon, even we are poor, but we will do our best that all of you will send, we will send you and the school, even you will finish on secondary or high school, we will happy on that because we don't want that you are become like us that not finish even secondary school. So that's why even they lend money or they borrow money to some of their friends, as long as they can pay the school of their children, they do that. They work so very hard to send their children to school because what they said to their children that we are poor, we don't have money. The only that we can give to us is to have your education because education is still only yours. You can keep it. You cannot share it to other people. And then they want us to have a good job than not to be in a good job because we saw also that especially we have quite a lot of, I mean, there are some people now who are not finished in school but they work in the construction worker. They are construction worker but they work so very hard. Construction worker is not easy job. So that's why they our parents do our best for to send us for to finish even high school and to college because education as I mean, education is very important here in the Philippines, especially to our parents.
That's good. Of course, the detractors, they'll always say that most of the women in the other countries are not educated, which is, we know that that's a lie. But
Yes.
in reference to that, I've actually met a few Filipinos on cruise ships on vacation, and they would tell me those same stories that they will work on the boat, take all their money, and just send it to their kids for school. I bet
Yes.
one guy, that's what he was just talking about. He said that all his money gone just for the education. I was
Yes.
like, whoa. Here a little bit different in the states. Of course, from being young all the way up to the end of high school, you could go to a public school which is free unless you want to pay for a public school, which I ended up had to pay for a public school for my youngest daughter. But yeah, just to see that they actually will do whatever they can to send their kids to school, which is actually very
Yes.
big.
Yes, and there also have Filipino people that they know that their parents doesn't have money enough to pay them to school, but they will find a way how to go to school. They make working students at the same time working and go to school so that they will finish their school.
Okay, we got a super chat from Paul Simpkins, $10 super chat right there. He said, I subscribe to her channel and she is 41. What age is her limit for marriage since she's still in recovery from a past relationship?
Okay, me, I have no age limit as long as I am ready and there is a guy who ready to marry me. I said yes.
So, well, I would ask her how much time do you need, but yeah, I let you announce that on your channel. Let them go to your channel and follow everything that's going on with you. So, just continue watching her videos.
Yeah.
So next up, besides professional, one of the I guess the next steps or the next bullet point is you don't need to lay out in the sun.
Yes. Because our skin is natural and full of Spanish and European heritage. Because no need to be, I mean, there are some Filipino, there are two parts of a Filipino side. There are Filipino woman side that they want their skin to be lighter like foreigner people,
Hmm.
to become white, so that's why they spend quite a lot of money for to inject a glutathione for their skin to become white. But not all. There are some Filipino women are contented of what skin that I have. Me, I contented of what skin that I have. I don't use any whitening. And then uh, they take medicine for their skin to be white. And me, actually, honestly, before when I will go out, I will always bring umbrella because I'm afraid to be under the sun. But I told to myself, okay, it's not normal. I think now I don't bring umbrella often because I want my skin to become more brown.
Right?
Because like what they said, yeah, like what they said, black or brown skin, it's much more pretty.
Yeah, and it looks really nice. I like some color on the skin. It looks really. I don't know the glow of it. That's just me. So, well, actually, one person I actually have a question because Black Crypto, he basically said, for sure. Um, oh, you said for sure would Sharon date black being her ex or European? Would you date a
Yes,
black guy in
yes,
some of
of
the
course.
words?
If there will black guy will interested on me, why not?
Okay. Well, there you go. Go shoot your shots. So, so the next bullet point that we're going to touch on, it says, basically, you guys have long, beautiful insinuation of your beauty.
Yes, long hair. Filipino woman like to have long hair because it's more attractive and it's more sexy on us.
Meow.
Not only not only to the foreign guide, just for local men also, because the Filipino woman have technique and something like this. I'm gonna show you. There are some Filipino women always touch their hair like this. They make like this, and then if there is a guy look at them, they make their hair like this. Or
I like that too because like I tell my wife the same thing. I'm like, you gotta keep your long hair. I love
yes.
long hair. So
Yes, we don't like to cut our hair, but there are some Filipina want to cut their hair, especially summer. If they have long hair and then they feel so warm or hot, and then they decided to cut their hair,
oh
they will cut their hair. But there are some Filipino women say, because they said no, I keep my hair for many months to be long, but why I'm gonna cut
exactly.
me? I don't want to cut my hair because it's much. It looks me more attractive and more sexy
Yep,
and pretty.
exactly.
I know.
And at the same time, it keeps you looking young too. Because once you cut it, you start looking older.
Yes.
So
Especially I put color on my hair and I pay this expensive, so no, I let my hair long to be black again. Yes, and then to cut,
right.
because if I cut my hair, it seems like I'm wasting my money. It seems like I threw my money away for to cut my hair. Yeah. I spend more time with my coloring hair.
Yeah. So what is the typical hair color of a Filipina? Is it usually black?
It depends, because there are some Filipino women want to have their hair black, but there are some Filipino women want their hair blonde. But me, I have light brown highlights
Yeah.
color on me, because I do it one time. I thought to myself, okay, I've never been tried to put color in my hair, so I was decided. Okay, I'm decided to try to put color on me. How I looks. Okay, so for me to have a new looks, and then I will see what will be the result. Then after the coloring hair, after my hair color, mostly my friend told to me, "Oh my God, you look so very pretty. The color it suits you. It fits you well, especially on your skin." Because there are some gay who work in the parlor. They put color on your hair, which is fits on your skin, so
Yeah.
that you
I
can
see.
look good. It fits you well.
Yeah, I see. It definitely fits you well. That color look nice. I'm sure Black Crypto he will agree. I'm sure you're gonna be in your inbox later on after this show. One person got a question. Will Sutton? He said he wonder how much does college cost there.
It depends, sir. Welcome. Thank you. It's depend where university to go. There is a government university now here, or the government college, where it's not expensive, and then there are also private schools. So if you will go to private school, that's much more expensive. It's depend what course the child will take in. But the more expensive, I think nursing is, I think the tuition of nursing now, I am not so sure, but what I heard is 60 or 70,000 per semester. So every 6 months is 60,000 pesos. So the whole year it will be 120,000 pesos. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
It's
Isn't too
depend of
bad.
the course.
Of course, of course. So typically, of course, you got to go to college for the professional. Um,
Yes.
how long is it? Is it still it's the same thing like the U.S. 4 years, or do you have to have additional
Years.
schooling there besides your 4 years?
4 years. 4 years. 4 years, sir. But we have here after high school, there is 2 years where is senior high school, and then before they proceed 4 years in college. But and I think in government college, they can go to government college, take only 2 years. So it's not like professional, but it's vocational course.
Okay, okay, more so like a trade. Okay,
Yeah.
which is good. All right, so no, I'm going extend this longer than what I expected. A lot of questions, so we're gonna try to pull through this. Number 11, Filipinas like sex.
Yes, we like sex and other like sex. And don't let our size or innocent look fool on you. We can bang, but we can really hang. And then for us, size doesn't matter because it seems like we are flexible. Imagine six
Really?
pounds of baby can go out on us. So and then we say also yes when we really want to say no, especially when our partner is sick. I mean when our partner really want to have intimacy or romance and want affection in the middle of the night, for us no problem. For us, we give it because we would like our companion happy and um happy and contented. We serve our companion even just a middle of the night if they want to make a romance. It's okay. Even we are sleeping and then they come close to us, hug, and then we feel that he really wanted. So we turn we turn in the front of our companion and then starting. And then even not only romance, but even if our companion hungry, we wake up in the middle of the night for to make food for our companion.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I've actually heard stories of Filipinas actually waking up their partner, like taking sex from the men. Is that typical, or it just depends on the woman?
It's, excuse me, sir. Could you repeat?
I'm sorry. Yeah, no connection. Sounds like is in and out. So I've heard stories of Filipinas actually like waking up their partner and usually trying to get sex from the male, usually late at night. And I want to know, that's typical, or is that just depending on the type of woman? I don't know if you heard me because I know that connection was in and out again. I can repeat it one more time.
Hello.
Check. Can you hear me?
Hello. Could you repeat, sir? I didn't hear.
Okay. There we go. We're back. So,
Okay.
um, I've heard stories of the of Filipinas will wake up their mate in the middle of the night and to have sex with them because I guess that because they're high sex drive. Is that typical of a Filipina, or that's just depending on the type of woman that person deal with?
No, if we are that we wake up in the middle of the night for have that. Yeah,
Okay.
especially yeah, in the situation that before you go to sleep and then you didn't make romance and then your companion want it in the middle of the night, we are
Oh,
willing to wake up and it's us.
okay. Most Filipinos gotta have it every night.
Yes.
Per se.
Yes, we can hang every night.
Okay, nice. 'Cause I know that's usually one of the biggest issue, depending on the type of woman. Is some will be like, well, I don't want it once every 3 4 days. Nah, if you guys want every day, that sounds like a
Yes,
dream.
but there are some Filipino want it 3 times a day. 3 times a day, yeah, 3 times a day, yes, or 2 times a day. And um there are some Filipino are like that. We want sex 3 times a day, but not all the Filipino are like that.
Hmm.
But honestly, I'm just telling you, I answer you in honest way and in real. Okay.
I like
Because
that.
even me and my part, when honestly I'm telling to you because I've been in that and then we are adults, but when my ex-husband we've been together, yes, we made a romance in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay, nice.
But they said, I don't know if it's sure, but they said that the more good uh romance is in the middle, early in the morning, like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. I heard that they be graping dudes and so forth, jumping on top. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. So, but moving on. So, not only is the sex is good, but you guys also make good parents. Is that so?
Yes. Mm.
Okay. How many kids is a typical Filipina usually want?
Yeah, mostly there are some family um have so much kids, especially if they are living in the mountain or in the province because it's still cold, and then they want to hug for to warm to each other. So, but mostly there are some people wanted to have only two, three child because of the the economy crisis is very now not good, and especially the price of the food are expensive, so maybe they make control I mean contraception, and then they control not to have more child.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I only have one, but if my partner want to have another child, it's okay.
Okay. Good. You know. So at least you're open about that. You know, having more
Yes.
kids and so forth. You know, so 'cause I know that a lot of guys that are traveling, usually they don't even have kids, so they're actually looking for someone to procreate with, uh, in these different countries and so forth. So I know that's
Yes,
very
and
important.
yeah, Filipino woman also, there are Filipino women are romantic because we like to have weekly date with appropriate, like we drinks together, stay in a very good atmosphere and environment, and then feeling that it's like both you and your partner. So we like romance time, like we go to the date, and then it's just only you talking.
Yeah, which is good. You know, I
Yes.
like that as well. I mean, you gotta be romantic. That's what keeps the relationship really nice. You know,
Yes.
nobody want to just a robot or someone who's just there.
Yes.
You know, that's usually when the the sex is the best. No lie.
Yes, because me, I like I mean I like that the guy will bring me to date or dinner date, and then especially how to propose. Like you go to a dinner date, and then after talking, and then you didn't realize that he give you a ring, and then he will tell to you, will you marry me or will you be my wife? I
Nice. Wait a minute. So, if someone would have proposed, so most Filipinos, doesn't matter how the proposal is. Does
Yes.
it have to be very, extravagant?
No. As Filipino, we don't care how the proposal it goes, but there are some Filipina wish that the proposal much be romantic, and yes, there are some Filipina want that, but there are some Filipina doesn't want, as long as their companion or their boyfriend will give ring to them and then propose even without ring, but the guy will tell, will you marry me, or would you be my wife? So yeah, we like that.
Okay, and of course, you prefer romantic, something really nice. I mean, of
Yes.
course, that's real. Well, one guy won. He asked a question. I guess going back to having sex. How about all night? Does a lot of Filipino like to have sex all night, or I'm guessing it might be just in spur moments or so.
No, I think not exactly. Maybe there are some Filipina ones all night, but no, if you will make romance all night, I think you will not have energy when you will stand up on the bed on the next morning.
Yeah, stay in and have more sex.
So maybe you can stay laying on the bed for the whole night because I mean the entire day because you feel so very tired. So I think not for me it's a not, but maybe two times a night or three times a day, and then yeah.
Okay, nice. So moving on to the next one. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. So number 13, I'm sure we're probably gonna end up going back about the sex conversation again somewhere down the road. I'm sure someone's gonna bring it up. But number 13, no language barriers.
No, could you say it again, sir?
No language barrier.
Yeah, no language barrier here in the Philippines, and then because Filipino people, even they don't know how to speak English, but if there will be somebody asking them in English, they are trying their best to make communication or to answer the question. So we are trying to communicate, even we don't speak English quite well, especially Tagalog. We do our best to speak Tagalog.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good,
And
good.
if ever there are foreigners want to know our language, we teach. It's like we teach a little bit, especially during conversation or even they don't friends in a long time, but we try to help them to learn a little Cebuano or a little Tagalog.
Okay, which is good. That makes sense. I know for me, I would like to learn my mate language and so forth, just because that's how you're able to get to know that person pretty well. Because there's certain things, um, in a native tongue that you understand how they tick. So it's best to learn understand that woman native tongue. But I gotta give a shout out to Kazoo45 for the 9.99 super chat. He said, "What up, Solo? I just wanted to ask Sharon if Filipinos prioritize fitness, in particular post childbirth."
There are some Filipino women go now in gym. Go now in gym, especially they know that they are fat. I mean, they have belly, and then especially after the childbirth, because after the childbirth they become a few fatter because especially they make breastfeeding, yeah, and then that's the mostly Filipino woman become thick, but I think it's depend of the genes because me when after birth my daughter I never been become fat. I am still
Yeah, see,
body that I have. Yes, I have
you
body
still
that I have, and
pretty
yeah,
slim.
I don't. I'm gonna show you. I don't go to the gym. I don't make an exercise. It's natural.
Wow, natural. Now I see why Black Crypto keeps talking about that he gonna want to wife you up and so forth.
Yeah, I don't go. I don't make exercise at home, and maybe I made yoga or exercise long time ago, but I didn't do it again. And yeah, I have natural, and then also I'm gonna show you my. This is natural, and I don't make gym or I don't go to gyms.
There you have it.
And there are some Filipino people say that I am lucky to have this because since after I born my daughter or after my daughter birth, um, I never been become fat. No.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
despite my father is fat, but my mom is tiny. And then I also have auntie who is fat, but I don't know why I am like this. Maybe I am blessed to have a figure like this.
But of course, it depends on the Filipina,
Yeah.
so far what it looks like.
Mm. But mostly there are some Filipino women now go to like either Zumba or Zumba or going to gym. But me, I never attend Zumba. And then mostly they told to me that what is my secret why I don't have belly even I am 41 years old. And I said, I don't know. It's my natural natural body. I don't know. And then even, honestly, sometimes I eat 2 cups of rice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the rice. I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, sometimes I eat 2 cups of rice, and then sometimes if I still starving or craving, I eat 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I don't know why I am have this kind of body really, but I am thankful that I have this.
You've been blessed. I could
Yeah.
say that. That's a good thing. Yeah, everybody in the chat they're saying you definitely looking nice.
Thank you.
All right, see what else is in here. Go through some of these. Uh, he's saying wife material. Come on, will you marry me? Sharon, you know you showing out today. Oh man, interesting. So we're gonna. Here is the last question. Filipinos are exotic looking. Oh, I'm sorry, not question. Last point. Filipinos are exotic looking. If you could expand on that.
Could you say it again, sir?
Uh, Filipinas are exotic looking.
Yes, we are exotic because our beauty is different. We are attractive, and then our skin is different, and then we look Asian. More mostly, we look Asian, and then there are some Filipino woman also who looks like Chinese or Japanese, and then it's they look Spanish, especially their nose. Yeah, they have pointed nose, and then some Filipino woman also have um, small eyes. Yeah, small eyes and white skin. When it's normal when their parents or their mother born them, it's natural that they have already white skin. And then even they go under the sun, but they don't have brown skin because it's their inborn skin. And
Mhm.
then yeah, and then it seems like we are complete package.
It's nice. So you guys are a melting pot. You guys are mixed with a few Chinese, Japanese, I guess African as well, per se, or indigenous.
Yes, we have a now in new generation. There are some Filipino women married Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and then their children become like mix now. Yeah, but mostly there are also even their both parents are Filipino, but they looks like people who are living in Turkey or something. Like me, I have one niece, yeah, one niece who is looks like, I mean, she is very morena. And then if Filipino people looks at her, they think that the father and I mean the parents of my niece are both foreigner because she looks like a woman from Turkey or Turkish or something. Yeah, but they don't know that it's local, both parents. So that's what we have looks like foreign, even our parents are both local.
Okay, nice. It's interesting. Look, I
Yeah.
guess your bloodline is just, I guess, just mixed with a lot because that's just some of the stuff I've been hearing, and I still think that Filipinas they have different types of look, from what I've seen, which is actually pretty cool. I like that. Remind me of some of these other countries that we all go to vacation to from time to time. And the same thing just like in Mexico, you'll find different type of looks as well, just like how Filipinos, how they are. And so, but that is the last bullet point. I know this extended for an hour and 30 minutes, but there was some good information. I enjoy, the information that you provided. hope you would like to come back, and do another live because I love how informative this was.
Okay, sir, it's okay. Just let me know.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So before we end this, do you have anything last thoughts or so in reference to this interview?
Excuse me?
Do you have any? Oh, you know what? I got one more super chat that just came in before I have you close this. Here, hold on, let me bring this up here. Got this from Kazoo45 with the 4.99. So he asks, what's the best dating app to use to meet Filipinas who are interested in Black Americans?
Okay, I don't know exactly how about dating apps because I was in the dating apps a long time ago when I meet my ex-husband and then yeah my deceased husband, and then I was in the Filipino cases. There are different dating apps now, so much dating apps, but I don't know what is the best and I was there and I was in Filipino cases dating apps, but it's not that bad. I didn't. I would like to say this. It's not bad that you go on the dating apps, but you must be very careful because mostly not all the Filipino women who are in the dating apps are serious. Okay,
Hmm.
so you must be very careful getting to know more about the Filipina, and then if the Filipina who go on the dating apps, they are interested either black or white, as long as the guy are kind, respectful, and faithful, honest to them, it's okay to them. But you must be very careful because not all the Filipino women and dating apps are have good intention. And um,
Yeah, be careful. Yep.
even if you will come over here in the Philippines and discover your own Filipina in person, you can do it here because everywhere you go, you will see quite a lot of beautiful Filipina. Everywhere you go in the street, in the public market, wherever you go in the mall. But even if you search it or find it in person, you must be very careful also and learn more or getting to know more about the Filipina.
What would be the best way to meet a Filipina, would you say? Because I know that if you meet them in person, I heard that there's a law that you can't cat call a woman. Um, so what would be the best way if you want to meet them in person? And of course, you say you don't know anything about the dating app, but what would be the best way?
Okay, the best way is there are some Filipinas staying in the coffee shop. So if ever they will see a Filipina in the mall or eating in the food park or somewhere in the coffee shop, and then they are so very interested, so they can go to the Filipina and say hi. So make a conversation in respectful way, and
Hmm.
then in a friendly way, and then slowly asking their number. And then at asking their number or Facebook account, and then they can send message or getting to know each other for sending message.
Okay, so after you get her number, how soon would it be okay for that guy to reach out to her? Can it be within hours, later that day, or would it be another day? Or
Okay, as long as the Filipino woman give their Facebook account or number, they can send message immediately either when the foreigner go back to his hotel. So he can send message anytime.
okay, good, good. So as soon as he get that information, it is easily accessible to her. There's no problem. He can start the conversation, and there you go.
Yes. Yes, because Filipino women are very approachable and very entertaining. We don't we are very entertaining and approachable and welcoming. So there are but there are some Filipino women that they don't make a conversation with a foreigner, especially Filipino women who are in a good or high level of wealth family. So yeah, but mostly we are very approachable. If there will be somebody come close to us and then talking or asking our name or a number, it's okay.
All right, nice. So there you guys have it. So you can actually meet Filipinos, but of course, be respectful when you go there. For those of you that haven't been to the Philippines, just know that you could do that. You have dating apps. Be careful, as he said, because you got some women that have bad intentions on the dating app, which is the same thing what we've seen in other countries. So it's always best through Facebook, probably even Instagram. Is Instagram big in the Philippines? Or say Instagram?
Instagram, me, I
Yeah.
have Instagram. Yeah, I have Instagram, and I also have I create also a Patreon, and please subscribe to my channel and go on my try to be on my Patreon link. I think it's in my YouTube channel, and
Yeah.
if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe because I will do my best to publish or to post more videos.
Yeah, definitely. You guys, make sure you go subscribe to her. Go check out her channel. I see a lot of people from your channel actually came into this chat, which is good. You got a good following base. I like that. But make sure you guys who first time seeing her, make sure you go subscribe. Check out her Instagram. Uh, you know, everything she has, her Patreon. Go support her because she's actually releasing a lot of good information, especially on meeting women in the Philippines. So check her out. So, do you have any last thoughts as far as from the video from the interview?
Okay. Yes, I would like to say, please subscribe to my channel, and sir, thank you to be on your channel. I really greatly appreciate it, and I enjoy talking to you. And thank you to be on your channel. And I would like to say thank you to all the people who subscribe to my channel and still supporting to my channel. To all my subscribers, thank you so much because you are one of the reason that why I am here in front of you. And then thank you for watching my videos because it's very big help, especially for my mom's operation. And I would like to say thank you also to all my subscribers who give for my mom's operation. It was success, and my mom's feels so happy, very happy now because she can see it very clearly and far, and also in the closer screen. I mean, her sight in close. Yes, and then she feels so very happy now. I've been asking her many times, and then um, the next procedure on the next eye will be on April 13. That's the doctor told to me. So we will make the next operation on her left eye on April 13. And thank you so much. I really greatly appreciate it to all my subscribers who are still there to support my channel and to give help for my mom's operation. Thank you, thank you.
So, shouts out to you guys, to all the subscribers helping her out. Shouts out to you for being here. We appreciate you being here. Thanks again for blessing my channel with your presence with all this information.
Yes,
So,
thank you also, sir.
that's awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. We're gonna talk offline. We gotta do this again. Definitely gotta
Okay.
do another topic.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Shouts out to her. Definitely appreciate that. That was a great conversation. Just make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to her channel as well. Make sure you do that. Like her videos, support her, especially with everything that's going on with her, especially with her mother. So it's very important for you guys to do that. So I appreciate you guys even being here to support this interview. Shouts out to you guys. Drop a bomb for that. So, of course, I just want to let you guys know. Of course, I'm still, releasing videos every single day, Monday through Fridays. So, of course, you guys will see another video come out really soon. And of course, I love doing reviews on her channel. So, of course, you guys will see some of that on my channel as well. Well, if you guys ain't got nothing else to say, no more super chats. I don't see anything. I'm about to bounce. So, appreciate you guys for being here, and I'm out.